Let's thicken Celsius. When I have a beverage like this, a sparkling carbonated beverage, I know that I'm going to need 2 cups. I'm going to use 1 cup to degas and decarbonate, and then I'm going to use the other one to mix and not release any more gas. When they make the Celsius beverages, they put in carbonation, and you can see it comes out right away. And so I poured that in, I call it an aggressive way, so that some of the carbonation came out. And then I'm also going to stir for a few seconds to release some of that. And then now that I've released that carbonation, now what I'm going to do is over here in this cup, I am not going to release any more carbonation. And I am going to put 1 dose here in the pump. And now I'm going to pour it very carefully from this cup into that cup. This is a technique that we developed by bringing in all of the different ideas people had for making carbonated beverages thickened and still allowing people to feel the carbonation, but without creating a foamy mess. Because especially with powders, when you put them in here, it's kind of like the Mentos experiment. It will release a lot of carbonation right away because it has a lot of what we call nucleation sites. So you can see I'm pouring very carefully here from 1 cup to the other, and I'm not releasing any more carbonation. If you thicken with a powder, you're going to get a big foamy mess. It's also going to release all the carbonation. It's going to taste really flat. So this technique we're really proud of. We've published a couple posters detailing this technique and showing how well it works and that you can quite effectively thicken beverages, even though we can't run this through an IDDSI flow tester. I'm doing a paddle stir here. This is just kind of back and forth because that is a very low agitation method of thickening that does not release a lot of carbonation, but it does disperse the thickener. The other thing I can do with this type of mixing is do a figure 8, and then the figure 8 does the same thing. Either technique works. And if we look here carefully, you can see that the air bubbles are not moving up in this beverage, so that's a pretty good indication that it has been thickened. And that's really all there is to it. There is still carbonation in here. Over the next 45 minutes or an hour as bubbles are released, they are not going to be able, naturally released in a carbonated beverage, they're not going to be able to flow up. And so they're going to come out and they're just going to stay there. So this will turn into a foam over time, but that's to be expected because that means we thickened it successfully with the carbonation in there. So I know what you all want to know. How does it taste? And I'm going to tell you, a lot of times these taste better when they're thickened because it has a little more body and it tastes really good. So here's to you. I like that. So anyway, folks, please like and follow for more great information on thickening beverages and the International Dysphagia Diet Standardization Initiative.